Hello and welcome to TTV News broadcast on TayNinh newspaper and radio television with some latest events in TayNinh province and across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on the afternoon of October 7, TayNinh Provincial People's Committee have a press conference to review the province's socio-economic performances in the third quarter and outline tasks for the four quarters of 2025. The press conference was chaired by Mr. Võ Thành Trí, Chief of Office and spokesperson of the Provincial People Committee. Ms. Mai Đặng Thảo Huyền, Deputy Head of the Provincial Party Committee's Commission for the Propaganda and Mass Mobilization, and Mr. Huỳnh Cao Chánh, Deputy Director of the Departments of Culture, Sport and Tourism. The events were attended by representatives from provincial departments and nearly 50 news and media agencies from within and outside the province.
In the first 9 months of 2025, the TayNinh socio-economic situation saw positive results across most sectors. Notably, the province's economy grew by an estimated at 9.52%, the highest in the southeast region. State budget revenue reached over 39,200 billion Vietnam dong, significantly higher than the same period last year. It exceeded both the central and provincial budget targets. All the areas including the culture, social affairs, national defense and security, as well as the two-tier local government model also recorded positive outcomes. And during the press conference, the media representatives raised a number of issues of public interest, particularly the organization of the first provincial party conference for the term of 2025 to 2030, as well as the matters related to public security, construction order, the rural and agricultural development, and the implementation of a two-tier local government model. In his remarks, the Chief of Office and spokesperson Võ Thành Trí expressed the hope that media outlets will continue to support the province, especially in promoting the upcoming first provincial party conference for the 2025 to 2030 term. Regarding the results raised by the journalists, he requested the relevant departments and local authorities to take note and provide timely responses.
Dear audience, the social housing project with more than 1,600 units in Mỹ Hạnh commune were officially launched on the morning of October 10, jointly organized by TayNinh Provincial People Committee and Phước Mai Long An Joint Stock Committee. This is one of the three key projects undertaken by the province to mark the upcoming first Provincial Party Congress of TayNinh for the 2025-2030 term.
Emphasizing the importance of social housing development, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial Peace Committee Nguyễn Văn Úc stated that nearly 470,000 workers currently live and work in the province industrial zones and clusters. However, the number of social housing units in the province remains limited. Specifically in Đức Hòa and Mỹ Hạnh areas, key industrial zones of the province, with 13 industrial parks and 20 industrial clusters, employing about 150,000 workers, mostly migrants. There are currently fewer than 1,500 social housing units, while the demand by 2030 is estimated to be more than 25 times that number. Therefore, the groundbreaking of the social housing project is very practical and help workers settle down and build their life. This project is initiated by the investor who self-raise the land fund, invests in construction and designs the project. The government only supports in terms of procedures and with financial obligations as per regulations. The social housing is designed like commercial housing, but the beneficiaries are social housing tenants. Therefore, prices must be regulated to ensure good service for workers. The social housing project in Mỹ Hạnh commune demonstrates the province's efforts to implement the Secretariat Directive on developing social housing under the new circumstances. According to the investor representative, the project has a total investment capital of more than 1,638 billion Vietnam dong, covers nearly 1.8 hectares, and includes 3 apartment buildings, with 27 floors expected to provide nearly 1,650 social and commercial housing units. The project is expected to be completed by the third quarter of 2027.
And to ensure that the first provincial party conference is held in a vibrant and well-prepared manner, on the afternoon of October 10th, the Provincial Party Standing Committee organized a final rehearsal of the conference program for the 2025 to 2030 term. During the rehearsal, the Standing Committee thoroughly inspected on the organizational arrangements at Hall A TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee headquarters, facility to directly directed the reception and protocol work for delegates. The conference program was rehearsed according to the official section script, including the opening artistic performance, the opening ceremony rituals, and the delegation of representatives from various social classes and the children of TayNinhTV province offering congratulations to the conference. Overall, all preparations were made carefully and meticulously to ensure that the conference will be solemn, safe, and successful.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the first Congress of TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee for the 2025-2030 term, 448 delegates representing over 94,000 party members across the province will promote intelligence, willpower, and aspiration to jointly build a renewed and developing TayNinhTV, united in unwavering faith in the leadership of the party. The delegates, with enthusiasm and high spirits, will come together to discuss and propose strategic policies for the province's future development.
This is my first time attending the conference, and I hope it will put forward the key tasks and breakthrough creative solutions aimed at enhancing the leadership capacity as well as renewing the operational methods of all party levels in connection with the promoting digital transformation in party building. As one of the young delegates attending this conference, I feel deeply honored and proud. I hope the conference will introduce many practical policies and solutions, especially those that create the favourable conditions for young officials and female corps to showcase their capabilities and contribute to the development of the country. In my role, I will strive to effectively implement the conference resolution, concretizing its goals through practical actions, contributing to building a richer, more civilized and developed homeland. I'm very honored to have attended the 5 consecutive provincial party conferences, and with my responsibilities, I and the delegates from Hưng Điền Commune will uphold a strong sense of responsibility. Proudly study the documents presented at the conference to contribute meaningfully, assuring that the contents passed by the conference reflect the collective intelligence of the entire party and the people of the province, and with the political courage, leadership vision, practical experience, and aspiration of both the current and former leaders, I am confident the conference will be a great success. And the collective strength from the unity and consensus of the delegates is expected to form a solid foundation, paving the way for a powerful and sustainable development area for TayNinhTV in the future.
On the afternoon of October 7, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Trân, member of the Provincial Party Standing Committee and Vice Chairman of TayNinhTV People's Committee, chaired a meeting to review preparations for the 2025 Southern Region Industry and Trade Event Series and the 2025 Autumn Fair. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Trân directed relevant departments and agencies to urgently finalize preparations, ensuring the events are organized safely, thoroughly, and effectively. Regarding the 2025 Autumn Fair, the Vice Chairman assigned the Department of Industry and Trade to take the lead in coordination with the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism and other relevant units to clearly delegate tasks and ensure feasibility and progress. The Southern Region Industry and Trade Event Series is expected to take place on October 19-20 in Long An Wood. As part of the event, the 2025 Southern Region TayNinhTV Industrial and Rural Industrial Products Exhibition Fair will be held, featuring 350 stand booths and 50 centralized booths for production, data and service organizations. In addition, TayNinhTV will also participate in the 2025 Autumn Fair, scheduled for October 26 to November 4 at the Vietnam Exhibition Center in Hanoi. So far, 13 local businesses have registered to join, showcasing products in 3 display areas within TayNinhTV's collective pavilion.
And on October the 6th, the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a meeting at the Government Standing Committee with ministry sectors and regulators to resolve the implementation obstacles related to long delay and backlogged projects in accordance with the Police Bureau conclusions and resolutions of the National Assembly and Government. A review shows that many projects nationwide are still delayed or stalled for extended periods, causing a significant waste of the social resources, and the many term from land, planning, and legal procedures, with some projects showing the signs of violations. Many of these projects fall under the local jurisdiction for resolution. The Prime Minister acknowledged that some regulators have successfully addressed for 50 to 70% of the problematic projects. Notably, 5 key localities including Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Khánh Hòa, and TayNinhTV have been specifically instructed to complete the review and resolution of the process and unvary health inspection conclusion, auditing findings, or court rulings before October 15. The Prime Minister also emphasized the clearly assigning responsibility to each level and sector and requested a consolidated report on the projects beyond the scope of Resolution number 77 to propose that the Police Bureau consider expanding the resolution efforts nationwide.
On the morning of October 10, the Department of Industry and Trade of TayNinhTV, in coordination with the Center for E-commerce and Digital Technology Development under the Department of E-commerce and Digital Economy, Ministry of Industry and Trade, organized the 2025 Conference on E-commerce Human Resource Training and Development for TayNinhTV Province. The conference were held both in person and online, focusing on practical topics such as an overview of e-commerce in Vietnam, AI applications in brand development and business support on digital platforms, skills for allegedly using AI tools, AI-powered business and marketing tools, among others. Promoting the use of e-commerce to expand market access for local products and goods is considered one of the key solutions to enhance business competitiveness and drive productive and efficient business activities.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking toward the first Congress of the TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee for the 2025-2030 term, people across the province are clearly feeling the transformation of their homelands after 5 years of development. Transport infrastructure has been significantly invested in. School, medical station, and culture houses have been newly and specially built. The materials and spiritual life of the people are improving day by day. All of them create new momentum and renewed confidence for TayNinhTV to continue steadily on the path of comprehensive and sustainable developments in the new period.
Now, the roads are spacious and convenient, which supports economic development and transportation for local residents. In terms of culture and society, what I really see is that the educational sector has received strong attention from the party and state. School tuition has been waived, which creates favorable conditions for families and students to attend school fully. The transport infrastructure is very modern and beautiful, making it easier for people to travel, trade, and transport agricultural products. As for electricity and street lighting, it's always well maintained and right. People's living standards have improved, and they adopted a more civilized way of life. The local economy has clearly developed, and people's lives have been uplifted. During the last time, people's lives basically saw positive changes. In terms of entertainment needs, we've managed to meet many of them already, and there's more variety now. Each new road, everywhere built public facility, and every smile on the faces of local people today reflects their belief and hope in a TayNinhTV that continues to grow and thrive. As the province looks ahead to the first party congress for the 2025-2030 term, that belief only grows stronger, becoming a source of motivation for the entire party and people to try forces in building a more prosperous, modern, and beautiful TayNinhTV.
Turn to domestic news, ladies and gentlemen. Despite facing numerous external fluctuations and natural disasters domestically, Vietnam's economy has maintained strong recovery momentum. In the first 9 months of 2025, GDP rose by 7.8%, with the third quarter alone increasing by 8.2%, laying a solid foundation to tries for the annual growth targets of 8.3% to 8.5%.
The industry, construction and services sectors continue to be the key drivers, export rose by over 50% and realized the FDI average for nearly $19 billion, the highest level in the 5 years. The number of newly established and reinstated businesses also surged, reflecting a strong recovery in business confidence. However, the fourth quarter still poses potential risks from the global market, energy prices, and public health concerns. The government recognized that while achieving the growth target is highly challenging, it is feasible with unified efforts across the entire system. And at a 13th Central Committee conference, the General Secretary emphasized that Vietnam's socio-economic situation in 2025 continues to remain stable, with projections indicating that all 15 out of 15 development targets will be met. That is a crucial foundation to enter a new phase of high and sustainable growth in 2026.
Recently, at the government headquarters, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính chaired a meeting of the Government Steering Committee to review the implementation of Resolution number 18 and document number 59 of the Central Steering Committee related to the restructuring of public non-business units. The Prime Minister emphasized that this is the next step in the roadmap to streamline the political system, aiming to enhance operational efficiency, reduce budget spending, while also improving the quality of public services and increasing citizen participation and benefits. At the central level, ministry and ministerial level agencies are required to continue reviewing their organizational structures, especially at the department and general department levels, to avoid overlapping functions and responsibilities. At the local level, it is necessary to issue clear regulations on function centers after mergers or consolidations, ensuring no functions are omitted and no duplications occur. The Prime Minister instructed the Ministry of Home Affairs to quickly issue guidance for implementation in line with Plan number 130, focusing on essential sectors such as healthcare and education to ensure rationality and the best possible public service delivery.
The audience for enterprises investing and operating in Tây Ninh province, this Congress is expected to be a vital opportunity and driving force to further grow the province's socio-economic development, helping Tây Ninh accelerate and race to become one of the leading investment hubs in the region.
From the business community's perspective, we always stand by the development of the locality and strive to operate efficiently, create added value, generate jobs, and contribute to the overall success of the province. We hope that the first Party Congress of TayNinhTV province will lay the foundation for the province's breakthrough growth. Businesses expect the resolutions, policies, goals, and targets set by the Congress to be implemented promptly, driving TayNinhTV towards sustainable development in the new period and building trust and motivation for businesses to confidently invest and operate in the province. For the 2025-2030 term, TayNinhTV province has set its vision to become a dynamically and sustainably developing economy by 2030, serving as a strategic connection point between the Southeast and the Mekong Delta, while also being a strategic trade gateway with Cambodia. With clearly defined goals, targets, tasks, and key solutions, there is strong belief that in this new term, TayNinhTV will achieve new successes, further promoting the province's sustainable socio-economic development.
And now that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.